all the documents, everything, and you deposit it. It's all online. I did it myself. I didn't pay 1 lakh rupees. I saved it. And you can do everything. Only thing, English padhna aani chahiye. You should know how to read English. Okay? So wo to hona hi chahiye, right? And everything is there. So just read it and do it, read it and do it. And there are a lot of WhatsApp groups. Up to now you must be into a lot of WhatsApp group, and there is a site called Canadian Visa Forum, and you can have all your questions answered. There are sites for US, there are sites for Australia. There are small forums where people who have been through, they discuss it. Okay, you can put your, when 2016, it was not so much here. So I didn't know how to get. So from a forum, I got a WhatsApp number of somebody who put me into the group for the first time. That was the first group I joined on WhatsApp. So the technology which was not there in 2011 when I applied first time is there now. So you can always be updated all the time. So if you want to do it yourself, you can do it. Don't worry. And if you're paid, don't worry. It's okay. Once you're there, you are dentist, you can earn like anything. Okay? So one thing I would tell you is a proof of fund. When you are applying for PR, they want you to show a certain sum. It is given on the website like $20,000. That is somewhere around 10 lakh rupees, 9 lakh rupees, 8 lakh rupees. So the immigration department wants to make sure that you have enough money to come to Canada, to support yourself, to support your licensing process, to support anything. And this proof of fund can be in terms of your amount, your bank balance. It can be in terms of your fixed deposit, your FDs. It can be shares. Okay? It can be anything which is mobile. Mobile funds, matlab jisme se aap paisa nikal sakte ho, from which you can just sell it and take the money out, or your securities. All right? But it has to be your. It cannot be your father's, it cannot be your wife's, it cannot be your sister's, it cannot be anybody. So there are ways. So if your father can gift it to you, he can give you a gift certificate. This 10 lakh rupees are given to me, to my daughter or to my son by me, and I'm not going to ask it back. And that certificate you put. You give back or you don't give back, that is your story. But you need these funds. If you're going for PR, you don't need it for student visa, but you need to show your fees. So if you're planning for Canada, right now in your account, keep some money. If you have some FDs, make sure where are they. If you have some shares, you cannot show your immovable property, you cannot show your clinic. You cannot show that I have a clinic of 30 lakhs or 50 lakhs and I will sell it when I want to move. Okay? So, thoda sa, just when you start the process, take care of it. But that's okay if you're a genuine person. I didn't. When I got an ITA, after that I borrowed it from my mother, showed it to them, and she didn't take it back from me. And it was good. But then you can start right now also. Because preferably they want the money to be in your account for 3 to 6 months. So it is more genuine, right? And after you finish your document submission, they take 90 days to verify. And how do you submit your document? You just scan them. They have the whole list. Put it in their system, upload in your profile. You make an online profile like you have your Gmail account. You have an account with them in Express Entry. And you just upload your documents. Okay? And then after 60 days, 90 days, the whole thing starts. When will I get? When will I get? And then they send you a request for your passport, that your documents are fine, and you submit your fees. Fees is around 60,000, 30,000, 2 times I think. The whole process, the fees is 60,000, then the fees of your WES and your university, whatever it charges, the fees for your English exam. So somewhere around the whole process might take 1 lakh rupees in the thing of 6 months. Okay? And they request your passport. You submit your passport, they take your passport, they punch a visa in it, that you are allowed to enter Canada once, And when you enter Canada once, you become a permanent resident of Canada. And after 90 days or 60 days, they give you a card called a PR card. And that is your ticket for entry and exit into Canada for 5 years. Out of these 5 years, if you want to continue this for another time, or you want to become a citizen there, you have to be there for 3 years. So if you are thinking that I'll take a PR and then I will not go and it will last for a lifetime, no. It's not going to last for a lifetime. They also want serious people to come in. They just don't want to give the PR and then you are not going there. They don't want that. So if you are into the process, keep this thing in mind. Okay? So that's the whole process. First thing you would do is Google CRS calculator. And it will ask you questions. Just put in your data and you will get what is your score as of today. So the problem is you have not given IELTS exam, right? So you will not have the score. So put 8777, believing that you will get to that score. And then you will have your score. Okay? Now I will tell you, these countries are very clear on their website itself, because they don't have people. You can't call on their helpline and I'm not able to do this, what to do. So don't worry, you will get all the answers. All the row and everything, they read from there only and tell us. Okay? So you can do it, read it, you can do it. Now, coming to, that's how you become a PR. Now, I have to talk about the student visa thing. So if you're not getting enough points, let's say 442 was the last cutoff. Your score is 440. Your score is 380 as a student, because you don't have experience of 3 years in dentistry. So you can also go on a student visa. Now the advantage to that is, this IELTS score requirement is less. It's 6.5. But the more you score, the better courses you can get into. Okay? Because when you choose a course, they calculate everything. You can go into directly for dental assisting. That's a good point to start, because the fees is 7 to 8 lakhs. Okay? You cannot work, but people find ways, I don't know how. But once you finish that 7-8 month program, you can put rubber dams, you can do everything with the patient which is reversible. Okay, you can take impressions. So I would suggest for students who are starting right now, should go into something like this if you want to become dentist later on. Because you are already into the clinical environment and you're getting how things are done. Okay, this is for somebody who is low on cash, low on money, as a limited budget, as a student. Sorry. If you have enough money, you can just fly to US, come back to US, come back for and give your NBD 1 and 2 and all. Go for that. Alright? Both are good. Both are North American countries. I somehow like Canada more. I've been to US also. But that's my personal opinion. That's my personal opinion. So, if you want to go to US now, what is the problem with US? US has 40 crore people, while Canada has 4 crores. Okay? So, they are not calling you. They are not giving you straight away PR. They don't bother. And they are they are the best, I mean the best or the most powerful country in the world. The richest, or I don't know, Abu Dhabi is the richest, but Dubai is the richest. I don't know, but they don't want anybody. So they don't give you PRs. They don't give you right away, come on, take this green card and come and help us out. They are not doing this. And after Trump, I don't know what his policies are, and there are a lot of things. But how students do it, they take admission into MPH course. This is Masters in Public Health, which is a 3-year course. Okay, so they get into the course, finish the course, and they get 1-year work visa. And they get a job, and they go into that. Or in the meantime, they start preparing for NBD, DDS entrance examinations. Okay, so this is one way, take admission into MPH. But for this also, for admissions, you have to do those credential evaluation and everything. Their agencies are different, I will tell you. So what the process for Canada is different. Process for Canada is almost same as process for New Zealand, especially dental licensing. There is a difference between immigration. Okay. So if you want to go to US, first thing, if you just want to go as a student, there is one option. Apply for admissions there, get the admission done, then on that basis apply for your student visa. The other way is apply for a visitor visa. Okay. Now it's up to you. They can reject your visitor visa. Okay. They will keep you in. You go to the immigration website. There's a form called DS-160. So you fill that DS-160 form, and I mean they will ask you everything. कहाँ जा रहे हो, कब पैदा हुए थे, यहाँ क्या करते हो, वहाँ क्या करोगे, how much you make, and I mean, and they will ask you everything. I mean, they will go to the extent of asking you कि पिछले जन्म में what you were doing. So you need full 3-4 hours and good coffee to sit on the laptop and fill it. Luckily, you can go back and fill it again. So there you go on student, you go on visitor, finish your NBD 1-2, apply for DDS exams, and then show them that I'm going for a DDS admission. Now, when you apply for DDS exam, you have to give these theory exams, and then you also now almost every college is taking a bench test. Bench test is you have to cut a crown, you have to cut a cavity, you have to take impression and everything, and you have to do that. Okay, and then they will take an interview, and then they can reject you. Okay, and then you get an admission, and then you go here, apply for a student visa if you have a visitors, and then for DDS. Okay, and it's a 2.5 years program. Now the fees of this program is quite high. It's around 300,000. 300,000 is 2 crores, 2 CR. So if you are strong enough here, you can pay by yourself. When I was in internship, I wanted to go abroad. I wanted to go to US. 2 of my Punjabi friends were going. 2 of my Gujarati friends were going. And none from UP were going. So I was the only UP wala who wanted to go. But then I didn't have the money. Now also I don't have. Okay. But usually how it is done, the bank gives you loan and you need a co-signer. So if you have relatives there who can sign your loan, and unki bhi credit history achhi honi chahiye, they should have good credit history. There's a history. If they have taken a loan and not paid back, they have used their credit card and not paid back, either your rate of interest will be very high or you will not get the loan. But if you are planning US, make sure there is a relative, there is a cousin who has good credit history and is really close to you. If you're not close to them, get close to them. or find a guy or a girl. Okay? I didn't say, I didn't want to say this, but then I just said it. Okay, it's not easy. Finding a girl or a boy, it's not easy. Okay? With the right what you want in life. Okay? So that's one way. So if you can pay or your own, that's your call. If you have relatives there, they can sign a loan. Because I have heard stories where people had said no for signing their loan. When I wanted to go in internship, I didn't have any relative. Now also I don't have. My sister is there now, but she's on work visa. She cannot sign for me. Only someone who's a green card or a citizen can sign a loan for you. So if you're planning US, find that relative first. Okay? I think that's clear. That's very clear. Now Australia. And there is something very unfortunate which happened with the Australian program. They were giving PR to dentists 2 years back. Now they have stopped giving PR. As I told you, in PR you are free. You can enter anytime, you can exit anytime, you can work in any job, you cannot work in any job. There is no restriction. So there is no PR, there is only student visa now. So what students are doing, they take a student visa, they go there and they try to clear their exams, okay, and then they might get sponsorship from somebody, some cousin, some relatives, Okay, or after 4 years of work, that too after 4 years of work, somebody, the state sponsors, we don't have a dentist, or we don't have a, whatever profession you get into, we don't have that working in this area. Would you like to come in this area? Some remote area of Australia. So we will help you, we'll give you a certificate that you are helpful human resource to us. We want you in the country. And then on that basis, after 4 years, you can apply for PR. So it's your choice. But this is the information I have from people right now. Okay? You have to verify whatever, every word I say. But this is the whole idea. This is the starting point. Okay? First time, and it came back because I was late. The cap of 500 was over. It came back, so I opened my own clinic, bought my own practice, and I dropped the idea. Again, now what prompted me to decide and do all this all over again? First thing was the time, money thing. The time I was putting in the practice and the return I was getting. It's not that practice is not growing in India. Dentistry is growing in India. From 1500 what I used to charge for a PFM crown, today I'm charging in 7 years 5,000. It's a big growth. Okay? But unfortunately, the expenses also have gone up. In 2011, when I had a car, I bought the diesel car, and the diesel was 42 a liter. Yesterday it was 76. So it was a big nightmare for me actually. And I realized the expenses are going way faster than our income. So I'm not saying your income is not increasing. Finally, you know what I realized? Is there any second generation dentist in the house? Yeah. So you are practicing? Your father is your parent? Your mother is practicing. So you are in the practice?
Sometimes I go.
Sometimes you go. When did you clear your internship?
I'm in the final year.
You are in final year. Okay. So she's lucky, I would say. Okay. Because she has, as a dentist, already a base of patients who she'll be treating with, dealing with. And what I realized in 7 years, the dentists who were doing really good on FB, I don't know. I've not met them in reality. Were the dentists who were second generation or third generation dentists. So that means you're the first generation dentist. Your generation gonna slog. The generation coming after you is gonna have a good time. Now, one thing also I want to say, that money is not the definition of having a good time. It's for you, but for me, I realize money buys you something very important. You know what is it? Time. It buys you time. If you have enough money to pay your EMIs, to pay your rents, to pay everything, and you just have to work for a limited number of hours, you are buying time. And you can lose money and earn it back. Can you earn time? If the time you lose today, can you earn back time? So unfortunately, our generations, what I felt after living in Canada for 4 months, at this age I did think differently. If I would have gone at your age, Param's age, after final year, I would have thought differently. मेरे लिए वही जिंदगी सही जिंदगी होती, ठीक है? I've seen both sides. I've slogged hard in India, I've done well. Cracking an all India seat was not easy, it's never easy. I had a seat, I had a stipend, I had everything. मैं भूल गया पॉइंट, लेकिन अभी बात करते करते सॉरी, पानी पिया ना बीच में, क्या बोल रहा था मैं? Why did I decide? So it was the time putting in practice, realizing that I'm a first generation dentist, it will take a lot of stuff from me. So if you have a good backing from your parents, if you think all your needs will be dealt with, you don't have to slog, don't go anywhere. Third thing, if you don't have the will to slog, if you don't want to work hard, don't go to any of these countries. Don't go. These countries make you work right, make you work hard, and they give you good reward. Dentists are the highest paid. Orthodontists, so it's amazing. One of the orthodontist story I know, I thought, let's do the Canada thing, let's just run out, and I was a little bit Angrez from inside. I used to believe in equality. I believed in God, but I never believed in religions. I never believed in skin color, never believed, it's not that I won't say I never believed in looks, I believed in looks. But that differentiation between human beings was never my cup of tea. When somebody used to tell me that someone belongs to some particular religion, so they are not good, they are as good as a human being. Somebody belongs to a low socioeconomic status or high socioeconomic status is different. I never believed in that. So if you're a believer of differentiation, these countries are not for you. Okay? These countries will give you good life. If you go out there and call somebody black, you're done. Because, not the law. People around you will not accept it. Okay? So that, you want to go or something? Achha, I thought you're getting ready and all. Anyways, so that was the immigration overview, what you have to do if you want to immigrate. Okay? How? First thing, always remember, start working on your English. Right now, right from today, start reading English newspapers. Okay? Even if you apply for DDS in US, you have to give TOEFL. And you have to score 100 plus. And the higher you score, the better chances are to get in to the college of your choice. Similarly, if you want to get into admission in DDS in Canada, you have to score high in TOEFL or IELTS academic. The higher you score, the more your chances is of getting a license. Okay? Now let's say you have your visas. Somebody has a US ka visa, somebody has Canada ka PR, somebody has student visa. Now what is the process? What is next? Now when you go there, you can if you're on a PR, you can do anything. People who want to go to Canada, you can do anything. You can work as a dental assistant, you can work. I have a friend which he knows common. His wife was not a dentist. She went there, she did some online courses for 3 months. And now she's working as a dental manager. And she's making $25 an hour. So, with my friend making 25 as an assistant, wife making 25, the total they are making is 50. Okay? Now, when you earn $50 an hour, it's good enough to have a good life. You will not have your luxury car, you will have a good house though, which you cannot have in India. Okay? At that skill. So even if you have, what I realized, what a Uber driver was making in Canada, I was making the same money in dentistry in India. But he was working. Because I am a person who talks to people. I've talked to 4 or 5 Uber drivers, and they said if you slog your ass for 8 hours, you're gonna have $6,000, $5,000 to $6,000, which is around 3 lakhs in Indian money. So expenses kaat ke, tax kaat ke, you will save 1,000 there. But that is a no skill job. Only skill is driving. So as you increase your skill, and you already are into dentistry, you already given 4 years, 5 years, 8 years, more than that, go for dentistry. Okay? So let's say the dental licensing plan, how it all falls together, and let me discuss Canada and New Zealand first with you. So let's assume you are there, or even if you are here, you can start the licensing process, okay, of Canada and New Zealand or any other country. But Canada, New Zealand, why I'm telling you. Now when you have to go to a website called NDEB for Canada, NDEB. So this is the whole process. You have to get the certificate. Now it has 3 columns, NDEB has 3 columns. We are from non-accredited dental colleges. Accredited are those people who have done in US. They are calling accredited course. And just for you are asking that California thing, right? orthodontist, some orthodontist called me yesterday. You did. So that's there. 2006 ke baad they have not opened. So this is what you can try. If you want a certificate of practice, this is what you can try for Canada. So you can always go to Canada in your life and practice. But immigration will be an issue. I don't know how will you sort it out. Whether you'll go visitors, that I don't know. Because I'm not thought that way. Because if you get a certificate and if you're making such handsome money, then and you live there, it's very difficult to come back. Why people come back, I don't know. Must be family reasons or social reasons or something. Or their child, their children, especially people who did California thing, their kids didn't get the visa. You don't know this. This is something one-on-one. It's not for you.